198 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Catching, aka Mr. Give It To Me. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm the Eric J.
Only known as
The Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K Diddy.
Take that. Take that.
Alrighty, peeps. So, we have a couple different platforms that you can find us at. One, you can find us on www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
You're damn right.
2, you can find us on the Facebook. At 3, on the Twitter as well at Technical File.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us 4 on Facebook, Technical File Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
5, slide on over to Technical File Pod Overtime group, which is our group you can listen in with the listeners, fans, and the fam. I almost fucked that up. I stumbled a little bit, but that's all right because I went to
The
number
Facebook
6.
group. The Facebook group.
I already talked
Make
about
that clear. I'm just making it clear. People was wondering probably what group you was talking about. Just wanted to make it clear. The Facebook group.
number 6.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to find us on the YouTube, Technical File Podcast.
Like I say every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Tech File fam, share everybody you know. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your granny, baby mama, baby daddy, whoever. Wherever you're listening right now. Share it. Share it to the person that's next to you, behind you, in front of you, wherever. But like, hey, guess what? I'm listening to this dope ass podcast. That's called Tech File.
For real?
So make sure you don't forget to put the K at the end of that motherfucker.
Dope.
So every week, man, like we say, download the Good News Radio app.
For sure.
Download the app, the Good News Radio app.
You heard the man. Download it now.
That's the challenge. So do it. You have been challenged.
I ain't
Download
seen
it
that
now.
one person show us they done accepted the challenge either. We need to see
Exactly.
them pose.
Challenge.
Disrespectful.
But wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
Google Play,
Sir.
Stitcher, SoundCloud,
SoundCloud, okay.
Spotify,
Spotify.
Pandora,
Over there.
Amazon Music,
Amazon Music.
Amazon.
iHeartRadio,
Boom, boom.
Himalaya,
Like a play.
Wooshka,
Wooska.
and the Good News app.
Good News Radio.
The Good News app, as Ken mentioned, we need y'all to download that app where you can listen to us live every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time. 6 to 8 Central Time every Tuesday. I might as well just slide on through, join the chat. I see Keith Good News just joined, actually. It's perfect timing while we doing the drop. Join in the chat. Download the app. Be part of the show. We welcome y'all. Come on through.
And obviously you can catch us wherever you're listening to this episode right now. Out there, make sure to like, subscribe, rate, review. 5 stars or better. It helps us and we appreciate it.
We really do. Thank you to everybody who shared the show this week on Facebook. We had a few more shares than we normally do. Definitely appreciate that. Like I always say, sharing the show, rating, reviewing, all that good stuff that Ken and Eric are just talking about. Free ways to support the pod that we very much appreciate. And if you want a financial way to support the pod, you can always cop one of the anniversary shorts. The order form closes on May 20th.
Yep.
4-year anniversary shirt. So make sure y'all cop before the door closes, and you cannot get that shirt anymore.
And if you're watching on the YouTube, I have it in my background. So you want this?
Mm-hmm.
You want this?
You want this right here?
He start wiggling this shit. You want this?
You want all this? I mean, I'm trying to make sure they see all y'all faces. I should cover
Just the audio gonna be
Tim's
like,
and shit.
what?
Exactly.
You want this?
Why don't you cover
What
your
is he
face?
on?
Because then it'll be your face in real time.
No, my face is the money maker. But
Well, I'll be damned.
Oh, you thought it was you?
Of course. Absolutely. I thought it was me, goddammit. That was a clear choice.
Ooh, boy. Let's shout out these top listening cities from the past week, as well as our international listeners. So, number 1, Columbus, Ohio. Welcome back, y'all.
Hello.
Columbus, welcome back. Number 1 spot out here.
They fuck with us now.
Man. Number 2, we got Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Y'all gotta do
Hello
better, man.
and
Y'all
welcome
gotta be number one.
back.
Hometown, come on now. Number 3, we got Mesquite, Texas.
Mesquite,
okay.
Texas.
Is that
Welcome.
where the barbecue from?
I have no idea, but you would think so, right?
You know, the way life works out, it's not.
They don't even
It's
like
probably not.
mesquite and mesquite.
Right, they probably don't even fucking barbecue when all this shit is banned.
Well, somebody from Mesquite can tell us. It is a suburb
Yeah.
of Dallas, though. Oh, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 4, we got Ashburn, Virginia.
Ashburn,
Okay.
Virginia. Welcome back.
Number 5, we got Kenosha, Wisconsin.
K-Town, welcome back as always. Neighbor.
Number 6, we got Nia, Wisconsin.
Nia, welcome.
Oh, okay, welcome. Hello, neighbor.
Number 7, we got Essex, Maryland.
Texas, Maryland, welcome back.
Hello.
Number 8, we got Chicago, Illinois.
Chi-Town always showing
What
love
up, neighbor?
week after week.
Number 9, we got Tampa, Florida. Y'all been consistent.
Tampa,
Bay.
y'all be
Popping
consistent.
in.
Welcome back.
Y'all been popping
Y'all been
in.
there.
Number 10, we got Racine, Wisconsin.
Don't you
Racine, welcome, neighbor.
do it.
From the
Hello,
Racilla.
Racilla.
International listeners included Australia.
Australia.
Okay.
Hello, mate.
I would like to
What up,
say
Kane?
again. Right, what up, Kane? I would like to say again. Australia looks absolutely terrifying. Like I saw another video of just things happening in Australia.
They got a spider season.
A whole season for
Like,
spiders.
what is that, bro? Like that alone.
I think it's pretty aptly named. I don't know.
And it was a spider like the size of like
Nope.
a dollar piece.
The size
I would
of
literally pass out of fear.
And somebody's
even
car
gonna
on
lie
their
to you.
steering wheel. And the person with him was like, oh, just stay calm. You know, we'll
It would have
pull
been
over
Jesus
soon.
take the wheel.
That spider jumped from the wheel. Man, listen, we all would have been
All on the
gone.
freeway. We dying today.
Lord Jesus.
Take both of us out before it bite me.
Please take the wheel, Lord.
I don't want it.
I don't want to be Spider-Man.
Mm-mm.
Not my time. I'd also like to shout out Germany.
And you know
Germany,
what?
welcome.
To double back on that, my time, I can't even say that because if God put that big ass spider in front of my face, knowing damn well how I feel about it, it's time to go. It was my time to go.
That's one way to look at
Big
it.
facts.
That's one way to look at it. We
That's
also
a
had
horrible
Belgium.
Hello.
Shout out to
Belgium,
Belgium.
welcome back.
We also had Norway.
Norway,
Going
welcome.
on.
And last but not least, New Zealand.
No.
New Zealand, welcome.
I
Alright,
did
sport.
fact check. And Mesquite is named after the Mesquite Creek. So I don't
Good
think
with the barbecue, huh?
nope.
Just
But
with the barbecue.
the official Mesquite, Texas website, their tagline is "Real Texas Flavor." So they rolling with it. I don't want to know what
Sound like
Mesquite,
stealing
Texas
me.
tastes like, but you know,
That's what I was thinking about. Like it.
What it tastes like. Jesus
You know what?
Christ.
Let's move on. Let's not talk about what
Exactly, that
states
just
might
sound-
taste like.
That
'cause
felt filthy.
Your mind's always in the gutter, sir.
Hey, man, that's
Sport fact of the week.
best place to be. On this day being May 5th, in 1969, the Milwaukee Bucks signed number 1 draft pick, UCLA star center Lou Alcindor. So,
Hey, okay.
but 52 years ago,
Mm.
and he's
Waited a
still like,
long time for another superstar, man.
that's why that Supermax was important.
Yeah, big time. But we decided to do this week's episode more like a holiday episode because of Mother's Day this upcoming weekend. So we'll be doing a draft
Hey, Mama.
for our Tech Top 5. And that being said, if you're new here, the holiday episodes tend to be a little bit more free flowing instead of me pretty much running point on the show. We do it more like a popcorn style with everybody picking what topics they want to talk about. So we're going to get right on into it. All right, let's go in tech order. So Tim, what's the first topic that we're talking about?
Oh shit, might as well get to the draft. You know what I'm saying?
Look at you.
Anyways, the draft was this past week.
I'm proud of you, man.
I just want to know because instead of going down pick by pick and shit like that, like how do you feel your team drafted, or what are your thoughts on the draft? Like some surprises, And I already know somebody geeked, so I really want to just throw it to Ken.
Man, Ken had a week, man.
Bro,
Man.
God is good all the time.
All
And
the
all the
time.
time, God is good. Won't he do it?
Won't he will?
But
Damn, they had to black that brother.
yeah, exactly. Of course,
Right.
the Bears won the draft, so ain't nothing else,
the Bears won the draft.
Yeah, we won the draft, B.
Yeah, had a
We
good
we
draft.
got everything we need. We picked up 2 linemen. We picked up at the end. We picked up another receiver, fast as shit, as Tim would always say, and we traded up and got Justin Fields. Yo, we finally got a real quarterback, which I said was going to happen.
That's
So you
the
know
last
what?
thing
I mean,
wanted.
I guess thank God, for this opportunity to be here, to be able to witness this. And we just excited, man. We're ready to get to work. We're ready to get these W's because the Packers, I think that
What?
ship is going to be selling soon. So,
You thought?
Right.
so yeah, we're ready to take over, terrorize the league out here.
Y'all
You
sound a
know-
little bit more confident than me.
With Justin Fields, it's a double-edged sword thing because I absolutely do wish him the absolute best, but not in the NFC North. Just I told you when we was talking about it last week, I was like, the last thing I want to see is his ass running around NFC North, terrorizing folk. And I was talking to my guy Dwayne because he's a Vikings fan. I'm just kind of getting to feel how he felt about the draft and stuff like that. And I was like, honestly, all the NFC North teams have an issue with mobile quarterbacks, and now we have one in our division.
Mhm.
He was like, well, as Vikings, we do it. All right. He like, you know what? Yeah, it's not
Does
like
any-
we good.
Does anybody do good against mobile quarterbacks? Like,
I mean,
anybody
people
built
play
system?
on a regular, they start building their teams around that type to at least try to limit them. Like, we don't see that on a regular basis. So when we play cats like the Lamars and the Colin Kaepernicks and the
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
I'm just saying we have an
Why you
issue
bringing
with
up-
mobile quarterbacks, and now they have one. Granted, we'll start building to defend one, but probably initially when he get off, he'll probably run a rough shot. And I guess for him, I actually wish him the best, but at the same time, I just damn.
Yeah, like as a Packers fan, it was really gross to see y'all actually do well in the draft.
Right, like they're competent.
Like y'all want to be competent this year when everything seems like it's falling apart up here. I really can't stand y'all for that. But as your friend and seeing what you had to struggle through, like I have some joy for you, but it's minuscule in comparison to like how much I want y'all to fail. But
because still the Bears.
right.
It's
But I'm happy
Oh,
you
fuck.
happy.
And that's
like,
why I'm not
today,
worried.
I'll be happy. Oh, all right. Now you're gonna end up in a twisty turvy Twilight Zone where
The Bears just dominate.
I guess we'll get to how my feelings on Rodgers. So that kind of colors where I'm at.
That's fair.
that's fair.
Speaking of the Packers, how do you feel about the first round pick, Millie?
You know, it's hard to really say how I feel about this draft, period, given what's happening with Aaron Rodgers, because if he's not there, it changes my perspective on what the team is. From everything that I've seen, Stokes is a really quick corner, great ball speed, and he's a high character guy, but some
6'1".
circles say that he reached, that was a reach for him. I've seen that in a few different places. Also a minor reach for the lineman that we got in the second round, but it seems that most would agree that where we got the other Rodgers in the draft was pretty much a
That's what I
steal.
wanted.
So it's nice to have a slot receiver, you know. And I mean, overall, they filled positions that I thought were of need. Like I mentioned before, I didn't think they needed a wide receiver in the first round. I was hoping they would address the secondary, so I'm happy they did that. I just hope that the guy they actually picked in that spot turns out to be a player and not somebody who, you know, ends up being like Kevin King.
Well, to be fair, Goot's first pick was Jair. And his second first round pick was Rashawn Gary and Darnell Savage. So he's not tanked on none of them.
All right.
And he actually has drafted.
You just hit the three best. You ain't go through the whole draft class.
I know. I'm talking about first round picks though.
Okay.
Like our first round picks, he is not done bad on them. Like so I'll trust him with that. We draft well for linemen typically. Like we kind of got like a factory ish. Like we just be putting out linemen, then we let him go and we're like, damn, he the best guard in the league. All right, we got somebody else behind him. So I don't necessarily have an issue with our linemen, so to speak. Granted, I'm glad that we built up the depth and we replaced Corey Linsley with the Ohio State center because he's gonna be nice. He's gonna be real nice. But Amari Rodgers was the icing. I was like, okay. Ravens jumped up and took Bateman. I'm like, fuck, he was right there. If we'd have drafted, say, Asante Samuel Jr., who's about the same build and size of Jair, when, say, Kevin King leaves and Josh Jackson leaves and stuff like that, we don't have any big corners. All of our corners would be tiny. So picking up Stokes gives us size and hella speed at the secondary spot. And he'll probably just come in and play the dime right away. Not even right away. Like, he has to compete against the guys that's been there, like Kings and Jackson and Shannon Sullivan and stuff like that. Like, he gonna have to compete against them. But if talent comes through like it should, he'll probably be doing the same thing that Jair did, where actually he kind of came in out the gate, but he was started off in like a little bit of nickel and then he just kind of took over. So maybe we'll do that with him as well. But Amari Rodgers, I'm expecting that mug to unlock everything. The rest of the offense.
Well, we'll see.
But question for y'all though, like with Aaron Rodgers, like with everything going on, and then you guys lose Rodgers, isn't that Jordan Love, right?
Love.
Is he ready, like, to take over?
He ain't
Nobody
played
knows.
a fucking snap. A single
Like,
solitary
what
snap.
they've been saying, like he been doing, like in practice or
He been working in the offseason.
So the initial reports that I heard during the actual season was that he wasn't ready yet. But the reports that I've been hearing now is that he's had he's shown flashes throughout the later part of the season last year to let them know, like, okay, we probably got something here. And then other reports have come out saying like the Packers really like what they've seen from Jordan Love. So what's the likelihood of the Packers striking gold 3 times in a row? I have no idea. It feels like it's very low. I feel like for us to hit on quarterbacks twice in a row like that was happenstance, but it is what it is.
I don't know the exact time frame, but what was the time frame between Favre and Starr?
God, decades, my nigga.
Like 60s to early 90s.
Yeah. Yeah. You had to go through those 70s and the 80s Packers, and
Wasn't
we
they
don't
winning
talk
still?
about them.
No.
No.
They were like the worst franchise in the NFL for like a solid 20
Like
years.
laughably bad, like
worse than the
laughably
Bucks.
bad.
There's the Bears.
No, worse than that.
No,
They
there's
were
Browns.
the Lions. They were the Lions.
Okay.
Yeah, and the
And not even like the
Browns
Stafford
before
Lions,
Mayfield.
like the John Kitna Lions.
They were bad. They were bad.
I forgot about that.
It's easy to forget about,
So-
dude.
What would you do then if you were running the squad? What would you
So-
do with Aaron? And I'll preface that with AJ Hawk came out today and said that don't even sound like Aaron to ask for the gym to be fired. And you know, AJ Hawk is one of Aaron's really good friends. So I don't
And
know.
that sounds like damage control too.
It could be. It could be.
Because I think
Listen,
that type of thing, like that's going to turn public sentiment against you. Like
So
people
wait,
could
wait,
ride
wait.
with you. Oh, you want to
Real
set it
quick.
up?
Are we leaving the draft now and moving into Aaron Rodgers? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, real quick. Well, I'm sorry. My bad. Couple of notes. Rashad Bateman.
Can I talk about the draft?
Shit, my bad, dog. My bad, bro.
You asked everybody else how they felt. I ain't get a word.
I didn't think you cared.
I don't. But I do like. I don't know. Like I don't have a problem with Stokes. Like it seems like there's kind of mixed. Like there's not enough information. Basically, like Louis Riddick was saying, like there are certain things on tape that I'm not sure what he's doing there, but it could be like college scheme. It could be like what he's taught to do. He said like the flashes are there, the build is there, the athleticism is there, and to your point, like he's a big corner, which I mean, like King was supposed to be, but you know we see how that's gone. So,
Right.
like I'm hopeful, and another part of it was that he's in the SEC and like teams never threw at him, so like he didn't get enough balls to defend to know, you know, like how he holds up in coverage. Well, not
Yeah.
how he holds up in coverage, but like what, you know, exactly how good he is.
The sample size that he had, I can't remember the exact stats, but they were saying that when he was guarding like Justin Jefferson and Calvin Ridley and all of those top guys now, and Jamar Chase and all of them, I think there was less than 50% of the passes was completed only for like 40 some yards. So it wasn't like the sample size that he had, he did well against the top receivers.
But the point was that they never threw at him to even test him. So like that could be like respect for his talent, or it could just be, his other corner was so bad that they just didn't, they were just picking on that dude, right? So
like, bro, you
don't know
that way. That's automatic,
right? So again, like to your point, like their track record has been pretty decent for the most part, and they saw something. So hopefully, he comes in and fits well with the defense that they're trying to run now. The rest of the draft, they needed interior lineman depth. They needed a small receiver. It's funny. They need a big corner and they need a small receiver because I feel like everybody in their receiving core is like 6'2" plus and
big
burner, right? But they needed somebody in the slot, which they haven't really had since Randall Cobb left. So. And
you don't realize, and I guess I never realized how important Cobb's job was until we didn't have a slot receiver. No. I understood the slot, but I didn't, because we had it. It wasn't nothing we really thought about until it was gone. Like, damn, who coming across the middle, bro? We need somebody just go ahead and just get this quickly, real quick. Like, nah, we ain't got that. They all big as shit.
Yeah. So I'm fine with it. You got any other questions about the draft?
Bateman going to the Ravens was a big one for them because they needed a number one.
Mm-hmm.
So Lamar got his, and now they're finally talking about a contract extension with the man. He's in the last year of his damn contract. Now y'all finally talking about what everybody else got paid already. Who else had a pretty? Trey Lance going number 3, kind of.
Oh yeah,
I didn't realize that dude was that big.
Yeah,
he's huge, like linebacker size. And they showed his. What?
Micah Parsons going to Dallas is going to help them out. Replace Sean Lee.
Hopefully he's healthy and available.
Yeah. Jamar Chase going over with his guy. So Joe ain't gonna be able to stand upright all season, but he'll have somebody to throw to for sure. They wide receiver room is cold. But he ain't gonna be able. That man ain't gonna have no time to throw it. I mean, I think the second round they drafted a lineman, but they end up drafting a lineman or two. But still,
that's the other thing. People trip about a first round pick, and it's like, but they got 6 other rounds.
Right, and you get impact players in all of the rounds of the NFL draft. So just be stout in your scouting.
Right.
Well, I guess that was the plight of the NFL, or not the plight, the plan of the NFL by cutting off round 1. Just give all the drama, all of the overreactions, all of the BS, and the news and excitement to round 1, day 1.
That's because that's the biggest names.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's just the fact that just because you're a big name don't mean you're gonna translate, and just because you ain't a big name don't mean you won't translate. That's the joy of the NFL. I mean, I guess any sport really, but given the NFL draft is so freaking long, it's one of the benefits I think of the draft. And then I just wanted to point out how Mac Jones fell to the Patriots. Belichick didn't even have to trade up. He just fell.
Until San Francisco traded up to 3, I feel like nobody was discussing Mac Jones that high. So is it really falling if that's about where he was pegged the entire time?
And
I thought wait, real quick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I literally thought that they were talking about 5 quarterbacks in the top 10. So if that's what the scuttlebutt was going into the draft, this is how it's looking based on the teams who are here. Dropping to 15 is considered a drop. Maybe not substantial like Lamar was, a few years ago, or Aaron Rodgers, but he was expected to go at the time of the draft, top 10.
Well, it seemed like that was more contingent upon San Francisco supposedly being in love with him. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anybody else in the top that was currently in the top 10 was linked to him aside from San Francisco. So it was if he goes to San Francisco, then it's okay, Lance and Fields could also go top 10.
Mm-hmm. Mac Jones became a top 3 conversation because of San Francisco. But he was always considered one of the top 5 because even last year for the Heisman, he was right there. His numbers was right there with everybody else.
Not the top 5 as far as quarterback, but the top 5 is in the draft period, a top 5 pick. Right. That's what I'm saying. I always thought he was a mid to late first round pick for the most part.
He was always seen as the steady hand, the kind of with the veteran presence kind of, but he wasn't considered no top 3, no top 5 pick at all. Like that was always, again, up until the draft, it was Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence. And then all of a sudden out the blue, Justin Fields just like, oh no, we got this guy and this guy. And they're like, where the fuck all these dudes come from? But hey, and then he ended up in Chicago. That bitch. I'm trying to think who else had a pretty decent draft.
That's really all I can give you. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't watch much of the draft. I didn't really care too much about the draft because
She was heartbroken.
I might not have a quarterback. So I don't really care what y'all doing. I don't really care. I just want to know what's going to happen with my quarterback.
Well, with that being said, yeah, I was say you want to lead right into it then, because
yes. Are you done with your topic? I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, we can go to Aaron Rodgers. So, reigning MVP Aaron Rodgers is reportedly so disgruntled with the Green Bay Packers that he has told some within the organization that he does not want to return to the team. What do you think the Packers should do with the Rodgers situation, and what team will benefit the most from adding him?
The team that benefit the most is the Green Bay Packers. Because there's nowhere, like jokes aside, what other team is he going to go to that's as Super Bowl ready in this moment? Like they don't have to give up any pieces to get them back. Like they already have a squad here. Send them anywhere else. Like they don't have to give up in addition to some key, draft picks next year, but like somewhat of an impact player this year because it's Aaron Rodgers. He's the MVP. So my answer,
and especially at this point in time in the offseason, like you would think, like if it was, the start of the offseason, like everybody has all options on the board, but after the draft, like there were like 3 teams that could realistically even trade for him probably that haven't already picked up a quarterback. I mean, again, like if you picked up Matt Stafford and you're like, oh, we need a quarterback, like Aaron Rodgers is on the trade block, you would think, fuck Matt Stafford, like we can go. But realistically speaking, like teams that haven't made moves for impact quarterbacks are the ones that would be looking to do it.
Damn, I'm about to say, but sad to say it, but New York is kind of right there too.
New York who?
Giants. They are now loaded on the offensive end with Saquon coming back. They picked up linemen. Their defense was, I think, a top 10 defense last year. They just didn't have an offense because everybody was hurt. You got Darius Slayton. You got Kenny Galladay. Forgot they drafted a wide receiver too. Devontae Smith is over there now. With
no, he's not. He's in Philly.
Oh, was it? It was the other one then. Was it Waddle? Jalen Waddle was over there.
Nope, he's Miami. It was the Kadarius, whatever his name is.
Kadarius Toney, Florida. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But now you have those 4 as the receivers. You still got Ebron still there, and then you got Saquon Barkley coming back. Like I said, their defense was absolutely great last year. Actually, they got great corners and Logan Ryan, and I think they recruited somebody else this offseason. Like Giants that's why they're saying like Danny Dimes sink or swim this year because they do have a good squad. They actually do have a pretty good squad. Like they're missing a quarterback, honestly. But
well, let's back up.
It's a wild card.
How y'all feeling? Like how y'all feel about the situation? Like who do you blame? Like whose side are you on? Like how are the Packers fans on here feel? Like I know how Ken feel. How the rest of y'all feel?
You
said what?
I said I can go first.
All right, knock it out.
No, it ain't no like I ain't coming in hating all that shit. But it sucks though because like y'all was like Aaron Rodgers just won the MVP. Like y'all level like super high. Like damn, we can like for real make a run and win the Super Bowl. But then y'all get this type of news that like damn, like Aaron Rodgers, like the only way we can get the Super Bowl is with him. But to realize that you got a possibility of losing him, I feel sorry for y'all. But at the same time, I know he can leave. To make it easy. So it is what it is. So hey, Aaron Rodgers, you listening right now? Go ahead, retire, B. I mean, you don't got nothing else to prove, bro. You don't got nothing else to prove. Honestly, go ahead, host Jeopardy, B.
I'm initially I hated it. I hate it nonetheless. Like I would prefer to keep our superstar quarterback, but I'm also of the mindset of team over player when it comes to situations of having to make a decision on either building your team or the restructuring of your team. So do you base everything like in his prime? Sure, you build a team around him, but now that we're talking closer towards the end of his career and he wants more years. Cool. Yes, he was just the MVP, but I am more so of the mindset that if you truly feel that way and you feel that strongly about it, the haul that we can get back for a player of his caliber right now could set our team up. Absolutely. The type of picks that we could get back, the type of player that we could probably get back, or whatever the case may be, what we're asking for would not hurt. It would not, I would say, replace the impact of Aaron Rodgers immediately. But if done right, we still would be in a window to where we're still going to be a really good team because on both sides of the ball, regardless of without Rodgers, we still have weapons everywhere. We still have a good team on both sides of the ball. Rodgers makes it a Super Bowl team. So I'm thinking if he really wants to go, recoup what we can then. If it's really that irreparable, get the best you can get out of it. And we'll have to go ahead and move on without him. I'm like, it would suck. It truly would suck. But at the same time, the franchise still going to be there because once Rodgers retires, we still going to have somebody replace him anyways.
Where am I at? Camille, you got anything to say?
Right on ahead, man.
Oh, you just co-signed him?
No, I'll go after you.
Oh,
So I feel like I'm going to end up ranting. So I
fair.
need to kind of pace myself.
all right. So I lived through Favre. So the similarities to this situation to that are like, it's obviously not 1-to-1, but it feels familiar. And I was not on Favre's side then, so I feel like it'll be hypocritical for me to be on Rodgers' side this time. Because I don't like, he can be mad all he wants that they drafted a quarterback. He can be mad all they want that they got rid of the receiver that he liked. But like this argument that they haven't given him any weapons because they haven't picked a receiver in the first round of the draft while he's been the quarterback is flimsy.
Is that messaging coming from him or is that the media narrative?
I'm assuming at this point, given the way that he's orchestrated this entire thing, like releasing this news the day of the draft tells me that this was coordinated and that he's leaking to somebody. Who that is.
And that's interesting. So I didn't think that he was the one who leaked it because the first word I heard from him was saying that he was disappointed that this news got out.
I also don't believe that. Like you can say what you want, but like what I guess in that vein, like who would benefit from leaking this information at that time? Like when the entire sports landscape is focused on the NFL because it's draft day. Like it just seems like it's advantageous, like if you really want to get your point across, to do it when the most eyeballs are on the sport.
I can see the Packers' case for doing it.
I was about to say,
I can definitely see the Packers' case for doing it on draft day.
Wait. Why would the Packers want it to get out that he wants to get out?
Rid of him.
If you just want to hear what your options, because you already know that you've had the last few months of Rocky, like you already know where it's at. Like if you just want to have an idea of the ballpark of what you could get back, so you can start making those decisions, why not leak that?
So then you got your baseline of what you're gonna ask for.
Right, like you start developing like, okay, this is what we're looking at here.
I'm getting at least 3.
The thing is, like you don't have to play those games to get, like if you just say Aaron Rodgers is on the market, like everybody's putting in like their top offers off top.
But you can't say that he's on the market because you don't want them to think he's on the market because you want them to.
But why would you then leak
the
it?
Offer? Because you want the offer to knock you out.
Yeah.
You don't want to make it seem like it's coming from you.
Like San Francisco said, it wouldn't have made sense if we didn't make the call with that news out there.
Exactly.
He was like, it would. He said, it was
Lynch.
He said, I couldn't have slept at night knowing that the next morning I would wake up and see the news that Aaron Rodgers was traded and I didn't even try. I was like, that makes sense.
I'm saying I see both sides. I think both sides had benefits to it.
Because the Rams, I think, put in an offer like at the beginning of the offseason, and somebody else put in an offer at some point throughout. They're like, they hung up on us essentially. So like, again, like people knew that he was disgruntled. Like obviously, like you can read, they picked a quarterback last year. Like Rodgers' time in Green Bay ain't that long, so you're not doing your job as a GM. Period. Like if you hadn't contacted the Packers to just at least put feelers out. So like I don't think the Packers have. Again, I don't think the Packers have to. I guess I just don't see the benefit because again, like you can get whatever you want for Aaron Rodgers coming off
I
an
do.
MVP season.
I do in the
Plus-
public bidding.
I'll say plus it's draft night, so people be impulsive. You know what? Fine, fuck it. We'll give you the whole draft. You want 2 starters too? Didn't they do that for Ricky Williams? They gave him an entire draft class for Ricky Williams.
I don't remember what his haul was. I remember it was a lot.
It was damn
Yeah,
near
it was the
draft
whole
class.
draft.
The Saints traded the
first through 7.
whole draft class for Ricky Williams.
I mean, that's not multiple first round picks, but I get what you're saying.
Right. Like the value you get out of those 7 players, or if 5 of them paying out, just starters, like that's still
But
great.
you can't have like 14 rookies on your team. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked.
Talk to OKC.
Yeah, but on draft day, like you can't unload all them picks. I mean, you can, but you're probably not gonna get top value for it. Anyway, yeah, it seems like this is like my read of the situation is that it's Rodgers kind of trying to manipulate things, and if they're in the middle of contract negotiations, like this increases your value there and creates your leverage. You don't think so?
He got 3 years left on his contract. He ain't got no guaranteed money after this year. What leverage he got?
He ain't got like all leverage.
He ain't got no leverage. He got
Like,
his contract to
literally.
2020.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they're renegotiating and he's like not getting the offer that he wants, like fuck it, I'm gonna retire. Fuck it, I want out. Like whatever. Like you throw a fit so that you make it untenable. Look at James Harden. Like you make that shit as uncomfortable as possible until they give you what you want.
Rodgers gonna show up in a fat suit, looking like Mac Jones.
I don't know. Like it just. Again, also I don't know why you push MVP quarterback out the door.
Because they thought he was gonna be trash this year, and he shit on all 8 plans.
He should lost.
But again, like they've seen what happened this year, so like even if your plan was after 2020, like to get rid of him, like it just doesn't make sense.
They probably banked on it being easier because he was trash, so it'd be easier to part with the star when he's on the downhill slope. So if he went to somebody else and had a rejuvenation, they'd be like, oh, well, maybe he did have some left in the tank. He just pissed off at the Packers, as opposed to the Packers getting rid of him when he's played like an MVP.
I still don't
the
get why
plan
they
was to
would
get
go
rid of
through with it now. Like it would just change your plans. Like
Continue
I mean,
on with your point though, Eric.
I don't know. I get it, guys. I don't even know what my point is at this point, but it's basically my premise was it seems like Rodgers is legitimately disgruntled. Like he legitimately has, like he feels slighted by the organization, which I don't think is necessarily warranted. Like because it is, you frowning your face up. Because it's the GM's job to make sure that the franchise continues on after Rodgers is done. So like if you feel like Jordan Love is the next Aaron Rodgers, like and you're in a position to draft him, it's your duty as the GM to make that move. Like now managing relationships is also part of your job description too. And it sounds like they haven't been doing that. So in that regard, like sure, like he has a gripe, but at the same time, like he's on a Super Bowl contender in a situation that I think is tailor-made for him to succeed. So if he's actually upset about like football stuff, like I don't see it. If he's upset about personal and relationship stuff, then it's legit. I can't tell him how to feel.
It's all about the principles with him.
Yeah.
First off, Mark Murphy, yo ho ass. Listen. Listen, Mark, you were in Green Bay when you saw it fall apart with Favre. You even saw why it fell apart with Favre. You were there. You were watching the whole, well, I might retire. Oh, I'm not going to retire. Oh, I might retire. You watched everybody flying to Mississippi. You probably flew to Mississippi yourself a few times too. And you got down there and you saw how they were managing the situation. And you were new here too during that time. You would have thought that something like that happening during your time. And in Green Bay would kind of like stick in your psyche, something that wouldn't be easy to forget. Maybe mistakes that you wouldn't make a second time around if you had the opportunity. But lo and behold, we get another Hall of Fame quarterback, and you let the relationship deteriorate to the point where he doesn't even want to come back no more. He's saying either me or the GM, one of us got to go, and everybody know it ain't gonna be the GM. So. Like, where does that leave you? Like, you did a terrible job, sir, of managing the relationship. If Goody wanted to draft a quarterback last year, someone should have went to Aaron and been like, hey, just want to let you know We're really looking at Jordan Love. We think he's a good piece. We're probably going to draft a quarterback. Work that out. Say what you need to say to him at that time. Don't let the draft be the time where he find out that you traded up to draft a quarterback. Again, I get why he's pissed. And we said on the show, Aaron Rodgers is petty. Something's going to happen because they did this. He's probably going to win MVP. And lo and behold, the man wins MVP. It's just the communication between the two has just been off. Let's just start there. Like even the wide receiver thing, which I think honestly was more about how it made him look publicly than it was the receiver that he was talking about, because he came out publicly, talked about how much he loved Kumaro, and then they cut him like the next day. And he's like, what? How does this look? Like, can we communicate something? Like, what's happening here? And knowing Aaron Rodgers, he had probably went out in the media to talk about Kumaro in the first place for a reason. And then it ended up being messy anyways. Right. It ended up being messy anyways. At this point in his career, 37 years old, just had an MVP season. He's looking around. He probably, I blame Tom Brady. He saw Tom Brady go to Tampa. No, seriously. Like he saw him go to a team that said, you know what? You are a Hall of Fame quarterback in your last years and you want to win. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that you are in a position to win. It's not even about who they drafted necessarily. Like, yes, the draft matters, but they went out in free agency and got pieces for him. The Packers don't do that for Aaron Rodgers. And I was also of Aaron's mindset towards the beginning of Aaron's career, more being like, you got to balance, the future of the team with the current roster, and it's delicate balance. You got to do what you got to do, and this, and that. But he's 37. Super Bowls are very hard to come by. People think what the Patriots do is like normal, but it's not. It's not. That's not the norm. Getting there year after year after year after year is not the norm. Okay? You're lucky to get there once. And we and we got there once, and we've been in positions to get there as well. But the gaping holes that have been on this team could have been addressed in numerous different places, not just through free agency. I'm not even buying necessarily the whole first round receiver, not be necessary, but when the talent is there for you to get it and to make an instant approval on the team,
Patrick Queen,
at the back end of his career, you should be making those moves. Are you trying to win a Super Bowl, or are you trying to build for the future? Because I want a Super Bowl. I want a Super Bowl, and go on your quarterback's timeline. That's all I'm saying with that. And that's what pisses me off about the Packers' role in this. And again, I don't expect them to fire Goody. He's going to be here. So either Rodgers is going to be really petty and just not show up and get fined all season. He might retire and go host Jeopardy. I could see him being that petty and be like, I'll just take a year off. I really don't care. But the fact that they let the relationship deteriorate to this point is what pisses me off the most. He is how? Especially get Mark Murphy, you saw it. You had it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. And the fact that the Packers have had a great quarterback my whole life, I'm not ready for that to be over. I'm not ready to be the Bears. I don't want to be the Lions.
Damn near Minnesota at times.
Y'all failed, fam. Y'all failed in this situation. The Packers, y'all failed.
I'm ready for a black quarterback in Green Bay, so I'm good.
That's cool. That is cool. As long I want to win Super Bowls.
So, quick question then. Goody's first year, he goes out, he gets the Smith brothers and stuff to show up a defense that's been trash for a while. Will we say, and then he turns around and gets Jair, and then he turns around and gets King and all of them. So I guess not King, but Josh Jackson and Savage and all of those guys. But we know that we've lost games because of the defense, and his job is to make sure he shows up the whole team. We've been there and we've lost because of our defense. The last couple of times we've lost these damn NFC championship games has been failures on the defensive side. Mm-hmm. He goes out and each year he invests his top pick into the defense to make sure, because he knows Aaron to put us in a position to win, to try to shore up the other side of the ball. Is it fair to say that he doesn't go out and get him help in that aspect when he went and got the Smiths his first year, and he's been investing a lot of draft capital into defense to make sure that we can close these games out, that Aaron's going to put us in a position to win? Is it fair to say that he's never helped him out?
Never? No, that's not fair. That's no
I won't say never,
but my point was, don't build through the draft when you have a Hall of Fame court. Go and get established pieces that you know what you're going to get. Like at this point, this isn't the time to be like, well, we hope he can project into being this, and maybe 2 years from now he'll like. No, it's not the time. Go out and get some pieces that can actually help you in this moment.
So that
Like
would be the
be on
Amos
your
and the two
quarterbacks.
Smiths.
Be on your quarterback's timeline. More, they need more than that. That's my like. They needed more than just the Smiths.
I guess my issue with that, not with that, but my issue with quarterbacks in general is like they complain about like not getting help, but then they go and take up like 40% of the salary cap. It's like, how can I get you pieces, like established pieces on the free agent market when you taking up all this money? Like, I got to build through the draft because that's where you get cheap pieces from. So
That's
like you talking about like I can't get you, you can't get me weapons. It's like, yeah, because I'm paying you $40 million this year. Like,
That's a good point.
what am I supposed to do?
That's a good point. One thing you could have did was not take a quarterback and trade a quarterback last year and get a wide receiver in the most wide receiver rich draft of them all. But hey, neither.
And I don't think wide receiver was like we said that throughout the year. Like wide receiver wasn't a problem.
The point I'm making with last season is that get a position or even a linebacker in that. At that point, get somebody who is in a position that's going to actually be impactful for that season, not someone who's going to be an impact a couple years from now because we have a quarterback that's trying to win now.
Devil's advocate,
even if it's not
an impact. He won MVP because of that pick.
But yeah, that's where I'm at. Like the Packers have disappointed me. Like that's how I feel about that.
That's fair. That is fair. So we'll see. We'll see. Does he play with us opening the season?
He'll be back.
I hope we get a last dance, fam. Just one more, like
just 1 year with Amari Rodgers. I just want to see him 1 year in this offense with Amari Rodgers. I'll be happy. Because I feel like this year is year number 3, third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. We've been knocking on the door and they've been complaining. And we done filled up pretty much every roster spot that we've needed outside of investing highly into a linebacker. But both the rookies from last year started looking pretty decent towards the end of the year. So we'll see. But I'm hoping for another a third time. Third time's the charm, man.
I hope that last season wasn't the last time I got to watch Aaron Rodgers.
It was beautiful.
Unless he's prepared to actually retire, like he's gonna be back in Green Bay this year. Like it's too late in the game, like for any like blockbuster trade to really be beneficial to the Packers. So yeah, I would imagine that they're prepared to call this bluff.
But like I mentioned, like I definitely could see him being petty enough to be like,
oh yeah, like if anybody's gonna do it, it'll definitely be Aaron Rodgers.
Well, they got a June 1 deadline that kind of cuts a lot of money down for some of these players' guaranteed money in the cap hits. So Rodgers go from like 35 million to like 27 or 20. Is it? Yeah, I think like 35 million, like 27 million after June.
Which
1st.
is still a huge.
It's a lot.
A huge cap hit. So like the Packers don't have any incentive to be like, yeah, let's do that. Which I get. Like I get it. I wouldn't trade him either. But like, it's y'all fault that we're even here. How disappointing.
Quick shout out because it just came across my timeline, but Jim Paschke is retiring after this year.
What? The voice of the Bucks?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt like it was going that way.
Zora?
Yeah, because like Jim has been like in big mentor mode, which fits. It seems like it fits his character and everything. But like, oh Lord, Dante. But you know, it just this man airballed a 3 bad. I'm sorry, but. Yeah, like shout out to Jim Paschke. He's a class act. Him and John McLaughlin are like my childhood voices of the Bucks. So good for Jim.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna just go here. LeBron James made his return to the Lakers. They lost 2 of them things in a row while he was back.
Well, yeah, put emphasis on 2.
I'm just
I mean, we could say 3.
Ain't nobody actually nigga.
She spared your feelings.
But the short-handed Lakers did end up beating the Nuggets. We will put that nugget out there. But after they lost against the Raptors, LeBron was talking about the playoff tournament. Wow. He said, whoever came up with that S needs to be fired. And this nigga LeBron didn't care nothing about no playing games, no playing tournament before the Lakers were looking at being the 7 seed and being in the playing. Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead, defend your
Because
boy.
we wasn't supposed to be here. So we didn't even think about no fucking playoff. That's what happened. Like, what am I thinking about? We don't even worry about that shit. LeBron probably don't even understand how it worked. Like that's how hard we knew we wouldn't go be in the playoffs. Like now he trying to read up. Like damn, how does shit work?
Like damn, that's how this works. So
hey, we one game away from playing in this motherfucker.
So for those who don't remember or don't know, the 7 and the 8 seed play, the 9 and the 10 seed play. The winner of the 7 and 8 seed is the 7 seed. The 8 seed then goes on to play the winner of the 9 and 10 seed to make sure who is the final 8 seed, and then they go on to play the first seed.
Trash me.
So they can lose either to the 8th seed or the 9th or the 10th seed, and then still have to play the first seed.
I mean, of course, if you getting ranked down there at the bottom, like yeah, you're gonna play the top 2 seed. But I hate it when Luka. I hated it when Luka did it. I hate it when LeBron did. Like just like because you're losing, now you got a problem with it, fam. Like you knew it was there the whole time. Matter of fact, last year he was talking about some, go ahead, let the Trailblazers and the Pelicans all play. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, let them scrap it out. And now that you down there at the bottom of the Heat having to scrap, niggas is upset.
Hey, it's rough down here, man. We ain't used to this shit.
So his ass in the
Nigga, y'all just made the playoffs for the first time.
I was gonna say the Lakers are.
We champs. We ain't used to this.
Actually, you know what, Camille? That's fair because they weren't in the playoffs for all them years too.
Hey, chill out,
experience.
Hey, chill
Like, come on, man. Like, and people acting like the NBA gonna fall if the Lakers don't. Like,
yeah, what?
Listen, man.
Hey, if
Like,
y'all don't make it, y'all don't make it, boss. Sorry for you.
Man, y'all relax. Stop putting that.
Play
Don't
better.
put that in the United.
Hey, I told you this when y'all got hurt. I said y'all got all these damn games. Y'all might be in the play-in. I said that. So y'all ass might be in the play-in.
Hey, it's a gift and a curse for being the champs, man. You know
What's they got to do with
what's the curse?
We ain't had that much time, recover and being the champs. Hey, man, all that wear and tear on them bodies and knees, man.
How many games y'all had stopped for COVID? Exactly. Y'all just lost 2 stars. Bro. They had no game skipped. Somehow magically it just kept skipping over the Lakers squad. Well, no, because what's the name?
Shooter got it now.
Yeah.
But it's been some bad timing for y'all, but like I think the player criticisms of the playing games is actually really weak. Like it's soft to me. Like
and the thing is, like, it's improving the league. Like, you got way less teams tanking this year. Like, so no, they shouldn't get fired. Like, they should probably get promoted because this is great for the health of the league. Mm-hmm. And like, I get it. It's unfortunate that ill-timed injuries have beset the Lakers and they're falling to a point where they might be in the play-in game. But I bet you if they fell tonight, they'd be thankful for a play-in game. Right.
So y'all lose 2 more, y'all might.
Yeah, LeBron they said LeBron sitting out the next 2 because he kind of re-aggravated his ankle. So that means no
y'all not playing against
the Clippers or against the Trailblazers. And that Trailblazers game has big implications on the playing.
Kuzma got to step it up. Let's go.
Hey, listen.
Go, Kuz.
This is how y'all end this in the season. Kent, tell me if you think these are wins or losses. I'm gonna just throw these out to you. Okay. All right. You got the Clippers, no LeBron.
Win.
Okay. No shooter either. You okay?
I like the confidence.
Okay. Trailblazers Friday, so that's a back-to-back.
That's a loss. I'll take that.
Okay. Then you got the Suns on Sunday. So that's a day right.
We got no point guard yet. We're gonna take that.
Oh boy.
Chris Paul just.
Then you got the Knicks 2 days later.
We can beat the Knicks.
Can you?
We definitely got the same record. We gonna beat the Knicks. Goddamn.
Hey, the Knicks playing for something too.
Yeah, I know.
Then you got the Rockets. Y'all should probably beat the. Oh wait, I should say the Rockets are on a back-to-back. So you got the Knicks Tuesday, then you got the Rockets that Wednesday. So that's a back-to-back.
The Knicks game ain't gonna be no easy game.
I would say y'all probably go tank the Knicks game just to get an easy one on the Rockets, bro.
No,
they can't take no
They
games.
can't tank.
I know they can't, but damn, they ain't got nobody. Somebody got to rest.
Ain't no more
the playoffs are starting, fam.
This is the playoffs for them. Should every game matter?
And then y'all end the season with another back-to-back. So y'all got Pacers and then Pelicans.
Last day of the season, y'all got Zion. And they probably fighting for their playoff life too right now.
And if they not, they're gonna be mad they didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Pelicans right now is in 11.
That's about to get you on 40.
Yeah. Alonzo for to give him 40. He been hooping.
Ooh, it actually might be Lonzo and
Lonzo
beyond.
been cooking, bro. I've been
And
loving
beyond.
it too.
They gonna be like, what? But no, I honestly don't think the Lakers are gonna fall out of. They're gonna be
They're not holding that 5 seed.
no, but they'll probably end up being 6 or 7. I think they're in somewhere
They
around
gonna be
there.
in the play-in.
They might be if they in 6.
We
They
gotta
not.
see Brown go through the play-in.
I'm saying
Stay
I'm
upset.
hopefully
Also-
I'm praying they will be 6 seed. That's what I'm hoping.
I was gonna say also, like, that would be another reason why the creator of the play-in would get a promotion. Because, like, can you imagine the ratings on like a Lakers Warriors playing game?
Oh my god.
Ooh,
Oh, that'd be crazy.
watching Steph go wild on. Dude,
Ooh, because you know Steph is gonna be like,
he
I got
go
one
shoot
shot.
like ain't nothing. Like he ain't got nothing left to live for, bro. Steph gonna be lighting that bitch up. I
He gonna have a
honestly
record that
like
day.
that running to him.
And honestly, you probably won't want to see the Grizzlies in the play-in either. One game with the
Hell no. Job, bro. Hell no.
Listen,
And then they got what's the name back too? Jaren Jackson Jr.
Taylor Jenkins got them boys playing some defense. Okay, like they be locking up in Memphis.
Brooks
like young
be
dudes
harassing cats.
rotating properly, like talking, like it's
They on a 2-game losing streak right now.
yeah. Gotta hope that the teams behind y'all keep losing, and that y'all can get some wins. But
Boy, y'all 3-7 in y'all last 10. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do, man?
Pray they will go to the playoffs again. Please.
I was just like, maybe they've been doing something. I see first place
been
through
rough,
like
bro.
6-4, 7-3, 8-2, 6-4, 3-7.
It's been rough, bro.
it's
It's really been
Eight-
rough. We've been
it looks like AD
killing us.
needs some time. Like he don't look like he's
He
himself
mentally
yet.
not there right now. He playing hesitant right now.
Yeah.
So he needs to. I don't know, man. I don't know what we can do.
Big bricks, bro. My man's be chucking it like yeesh.
Yeah, he gotta get that feeling back. Yeah.
Hard off the backboard, like Jesus Christ. Like damn.
Hold on. I gotta put some English on that motherfucker.
Shit. Where's the finesse? Big clanks. Who shot that bitch?
He looking around like who did that?
So that's gonna be crazy though. But I'm here for it. I'm here for
Yeah.
it.
It has been some playoff berths already clinched in the East. You got Philly and Brooklyn have clinched their playoff spot. If the Bucks win tonight, as we're recording, they're playing the Nets. They will clinch a playoff spot with a win or a Miami loss, and it looks like Miami will probably end up losing tonight based on who they have available. In the West, you got Phoenix, Utah, and the Clippers, who have all clinched playoff berths. Eliminated from the playoffs. In the East, you got Orlando and Detroit, and then in the West, you got the Thunder, Minnesota, and then the Houston Rockets.
You can add Denver to them too. They must have just clinched last night.
Okay. So, good luck, Ken, on the way to the playoffs. I really do hope the Lakers make it in to be able to defend their title. That's me being completely honest. I hope y'all actually make it in.
I appreciate that. We hope so
All
as
right. Ken, what we talking about next?
well. I guess we keep it basketball. Portland Trail Blazers, Carmelo Anthony. He moved to top 10 all time in NBA scoring Monday night. Passing. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm sorry.
I found it for you. It's Elvin Hayes.
Okay. What? I shifted on
you
me.
whispering too, bro?
Right, you over there
You said
being
what?
creepy, fam.
Oh my bad, man.
Oh,
But what Melo, he said that top 10 anything of all time is a special thing. Anthony said. I don't want to take this moment for granted. I understand how big this moment is. It doesn't seem real because I'm still in it. I'm still doing this. So y'all know I love Melo, man. So shout out to you, bro. You still out here cooking it, man. People want to rake you off and all of that, but you're still showing that you out here still got some gas in the tank, bro. Still out here cooking.
Dude. Hoodie Melo finally showed up, bro, and sustained, Hoodie Melo be hooping.
I don't know if this is hoodie Melo. This seemed like just
I mean, he had some 20+ point games, several of them.
No, Hoodie Mello was Hoodie Mello was like his ultimate form. Like he ain't that at this moment. Like
my man's put that hood up and it's a wrap.
Oh,
it's a different Mello. Like this
nigga,
Mello
he was morphing and shit.
This is like the savvy vet Mello. You know, this is like
Savvy
okay,
vet.
Mello. I appreciate what you're doing here, boss. Okay.
Fair enough.
Tim.
Wait, is this Bucks game on national TV again?
It is on TNT, but it's also on Bally, Wisconsin.
I usually catch it on Bally's. I be hating the biased commentary from the national.
I mean, you probably ain't gonna have commentary on right now anyway, right?
Right,
that's
it's
true,
gonna
too.
be a meat game. So, but I'm always give Jim and Marcus and Zora and the crew my view. Anywho, Tim, what we talking about next? Yeah, man, I love it. I love this crew.
Okay, maybe another fun one. NBA on-court performances. Russell Westbrook became the first player in league history to record his second 20 rebound, 20 assist game. Monday's performance guarantees that Westbrook will average a triple-double in the season for the fourth time in his career. Okay, so Oscar Robertson is the only other player to do this, and he did it once in 1961 and 62. So, with that being said, where does Westbrook's legacy rank?
You know, the man puts up gaudy numbers. So the thing that was interesting with me about this conversation is that I've never thought about Westbrook. Like, I never thought about his place in history. I just never
Considered it.
really thought of like I thought about Kobe. I think about LeBron, but like that's because those are like, you know, they were like the men, like that's the guy in the league at the time. So I thought about their places, but I never thought about Westbrook. And I'm actually let someone answer first, but I thought what Kurt Goldsberry said about Russ was really interesting because it was like a call out to me because I tend to be a Russ critic because of how inefficient he is on offense. But Kirk said, quote, aesthetically, he will go down as one of the most breathtaking and one of the most complete guards of his era. The type of player who captivates and dazzles fans of the game with unprecedented physical ability and tenacity. Analytically, he will go down as the triple-double machine who kept shooting jumpers at below average rates despite nerds begging him to change his ways. If it's true that Westbrook is both one of the most magnificent players to watch playing the sport and one of the most analytically problematic superstars of the era, then maybe the problems aren't with Westbrook. And I was like, dang, Kurt.
That's fair.
Because that's a good point. Like
they kill him for not having a ring and his shooting percentage, but not necessarily anything else, honestly. Like they don't kill him because of his tenacity. They don't kill him because of his energy.
Nothing else you can kill him for. Like if he
he's not a headache.
If Westbrook was able to put together like an efficient like diet of shots that he takes, he'd be an all-timer. Like he it wouldn't even be an argument at that point anymore because like literally the only thing you can say is like he's a chucker and he's not good at like he
shot him out of games. He literally did.
But that like that wiring that made him like take shots that he had no business taking is the same wiring that makes him like a terror to try to defend. Like exactly. You gotta take the good with the bad.
My man's angry at all times, bro. He touched the court. My nigga's mad.
Right. And I mean, like he really does. Like he wants to win. Like it's important to him. Like he takes it upon himself to try to do too much at times. But like again, that also leads to him doing more than you would expect him to be able to do. You know what I mean? It's like again, like it always comes back to like yes, like I've always been like praising efficiency and all that other stuff, but like I've come to realize like basketball at the end of the day is an entertainment product, and like winning a championship isn't the end all be all. Like there's no reason, like if that's the case, there's no reason to be watching a Tuesday night game with the Bucks and the Spurs or some shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's entertaining to watch really good basketball players play basketball, and like because it doesn't lead directly to a championship at the end of the year doesn't mean it's a wasted year. Like you still have like those 9 months of games that you just watched. So like I've come down on that a little bit where it's just like enjoy great players while you have the ability to watch them. And like Russ is fun as hell to watch. Like frustrating, but he's fun. You know what I mean? Like, he makes games better by being in them. So I appreciate it.
Russ is somebody who I don't mind watching on someone else's team. Like I don't know how I would feel about necessarily like if I was a fan of the team he played for. Like I'm sure I would love him because he'd be my guy. But like I could also see him being really frustrating. Just being frustrating.
I was a fan of OKC back then. Like I said, I always have like a West Coast team, like a young West team that I try to keep up with or whatever like that. Russ was always phenomenal. It's just like, dude, like every time he hit the paint, you expect him just to punch on somebody, bro. Like it's just like it's the bomb waiting to go off, dog. And he was absolute terror. And honestly, right now he's one of the main reasons why Washington is in the 10th spot in the East. And I think they're 8-2 in their last 10. Like granted, they've been going against like the Cavs back to back, and
they've got some big wins in there too, though. Maybe not in the last 10, but like just since they started taking off.
Right. And now they're 3 games clear of the Bulls. So they got 30 wins and Bulls got 27. So it's like how we get Russ in the East in the playoffs. Whatever team faces this Washington team that's hot right now, I'm not saying that they're going to beat them, but they'll give them an issue. And a lot of it'll be not just because of Bill, but because of Russ. So it's not like you have to discount him. Yeah, he may have shot his teams out of games when he was younger and things like that. But honestly, with Houston last year, he was hooping for him before he got COVID. Like he was balling. Like they was nice. He came back, he won the same. He ain't had the same explosiveness and shit like that. But now he's in a position, Washington is finally starting to heal. I don't know why LA over there complaining. Washington been hurt all year, the whole team. But Washington finally starting to come back and they starting to look nice. And a lot of it is led by Russ. So we'll see how it goes down this year. But I feel like whoever catches them in the playoffs is going to have hell to pay. Because he got a chip on his shoulder too, since him going to Washington was kind of a get out deal. Or, he getting out of, he wanted to leave because James was leaving and stuff like that. But when he got traded to Washington, nobody expected shit from him. Honestly, they expected a triple-double, and nobody expected nothing else.
I mean, I think there were a lot of people who thought Russ going there was there are people who thought that was an improvement over Wall. So remember, we even had debate on this show about that. And I think people had expectations for the Wizards, which is why their start was considered so disappointing. Like, not to be like top 3 in the East, but like a playoff team.
Like I saw somebody comment on Facebook, like he a bum, he never won a title, yada yada yada. And it's just like you watching for the wrong shit, bro. Like I try not to tell people how to root for sports, but it's like if you can't appreciate, like, right, like if you can't appreciate just great basketball players, like I don't want to have a conversation with you personally. Like even if he isn't like your cup of tea, like you can still like a bum though, like a bum, like that's
like you. All right, not you in hyperbole, like
right.
We can't even have a conversation because you're gonna generalize and
bring up championships, and that's it.
Right, and championships ain't the end all be all to talking about how talented a player is.
No,
it just adds to it.
Yeah, it adds to it. But let me ask y'all this: is Russ a top 10 point guard in y'all books?
Who will my top 10 be though?
Yeah, I know. That's why I have to go through. My top
he
10.
might be up there around like 9 or 10. I'm not necessarily 110% sure who my top 10 would be, but I feel like he'd be up there. He'd be right there.
Let me try this.
I feel like
Magic. I'm not doing it in order, but Magic, Kidd, Nash, Chris Paul, John Stockton.
You got
Isaiah Thomas.
I did Kidd and Steve Nash already.
Yep.
Curry.
Yeah.
Curry. So that's 7.
I mean, historically, people were going to say Oscar Robertson.
I'll get that.
Again, and he got a chip, so that adds to the legacy.
I mean, even
before, but I mean, his biggest statistical thing was he averaged a triple double for a whole year, and now Russ has done it 4 times. So like,
I'm like, he got a chip, so that leaves him up there. But I mean, that's impressive as fuck for 4 seasons.
I'm not like reducing Oscar Robertson's career to that. I'm just saying, like, the biggest feather in his cap was championship and the triple double thing.
So it looks like he would be.
I think, because I feel like
he'd be top 10.
Westbrook.
Or at least he's in that, like he's on that bubble. Like there's probably a tier there.
No
that
Scott
Westbrook.
No Scott Skiles.
Look, y'all don't have a bell to ring.
Exactly.
Hey, he had the single game assist record. What you talking about? You talking about?
One game, motherfucker. One game.
Ramon Sessions beat that motherfucker. Well, almost did. I remember that too. But anyways, my bad.
Yeah, I think that's fair to put him up there. I mean, other people who names you probably throw out. I saw someone in our group throw Derrick Rose in the top 10. I was like, I don't think he's there. Like if he wouldn't have got injured, then
yeah, for sure.
Tony Parker's name was thrown out. I don't know if I'd put him above
I can't put
Russ. Gary Payton.
That's arguable.
Arguably.
I still say no. I think I would lean Russ.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, are you gonna take like someone like Walt Frazier?
Didn't see him play. Don't know.
And like, honestly, like Walt, I know that's a legend. So,
like, I know he's a legend, but like, if you compare their numbers and shit, like, I don't, like, I can't put it in the context. Like, all I know is that he was good in the 70s and he won titles.
He averaged about 19 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. He was a 7-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA, 7-time All-Defensive Team, and he's a Hall of Famer.
I think Russ beats most of those numbers.
The raw numbers, yes, but I'm not sure about like
the accolades.
Defense. Yeah, I'm not sure about the accolades part.
I'm pretty sure he has them in all NBAs. I would imagine he has them in All Stars just because he's in like year 12 or something like that. I don't know. It's probably close.
Yeah, but if because I remember from Walt was that he was a two-way player, and that's I always give an edge to two-way players. Not that Russ is going to get like cooked on defense, but like he's not necessarily known for being a perimeter stopper. So
yeah, so Russ is obviously an MVP, 9-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA. Never was on a defensive team though.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
So that's the difference with Walt and him. So I mean, like, yeah, I think it's arguable to put Westbrook in the top 10.
I can see that up there.
Because even if you put
Walt in there, like you still got
him, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll put Westbrook at 10. So it's about right. It's about right. Who's up next? Is it me or is it Eric? I think it's Eric because Tim, you picked the Russ. Russ thing.
That is me.
Then I'll go to NBA transactions. In the most surprising news of the week, Anderson Varejao signed a 10-day contract with the Cavs.
I thought my phone was broke.
I'm like, what?
What? Is that an old tweet? What is this?
Where'd you pull Varejao from?
Yeah, so the 38-year-old center hasn't played in the NBA since 2017 with the Golden State Warriors. He agreed to come back and finish the season with the injury-plagued Cavaliers, who are crawling to the finish line after another losing season. Cleveland was granted a roster hardship exception from the NBA so that they could sign Varejao. The team has 7 players, including starting point guard Darius Garland, out for Tuesday's game against the Suns.
That's why Kevin Love was sitting here throwing ball, like not caring.
He just smacked that bitch.
He said, I'm tired of playing.
My man's grabbed the ball, ran the 3-point line. Hey, bro, here you go. Splash. My man was just walking off looking at him like, man, I don't give a fuck, bro. Go ahead, hit another one. Here's another one.
Speaking of Love, like he did all that apologizing last week just to come back in the next game and take 0 shots in 20+ minutes.
He took the passive aggressive route.
Which means like you ain't really apologized. Like you
wide open, he passed it back. Like, what the fuck you doing, bro? Shoot.
That's how I be in 2K. If y'all don't shoot the ball, stop passing this one around. Shoot it.
But I did see a thing that apparently the Cavs team is fed up with Colin Sexton, like he's a ball hog. And like even opposing players are like, he ain't passing you the ball, like joking with him on the court. Like everybody know like he G-ball. So
that's how I'll play defense.
Speaking of wasting first round picks. Shit. Cleveland.
I mean, hey, Kevin Porter Jr.
really
he's gonna be good. Just not in Cleveland.
Garland is hooping though. Like Garland been getting this shit off. So like they nailed that one.
How long they been picking down there?
I mean, they've had some.
Just Sexton third year, so 3 years.
It's been what I did before LeBron came back. They was picking down there.
I mean, they picked
Hey.
Kyrie.
I was gonna say they got Kyrie.
Like they've had some good picks. They just didn't pan out in that
They didn't.
uniform.
They had Dion. Like
Wiggins, Tristan
On
Thompson.
Waiters Island, swimming underwater,
Dion Waiters.
flying
Hey,
underwater.
Tristan
Like,
Thompson
speaking
was
of
like
first round, yeah.
Tristan Thompson was good. Like he wasn't great, but
LeBron got him paid was his biggest accomplishment.
I mean, I think
LeBron-
being like
Go
their
ahead.
defensive anchor and top rebounder also got him paid. But you know,
We know LeBron got him paid.
All right,
It's
I'm gonna
all right,
do some NFL transactions for my part then. Antonio Brown, he re-signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a 1-year, $3.1 million deal.
that's
Big
it.
Chest is Big Chest is back on another 1-year deal. I guess another prove it year. Can you get through the year without any outside
up.
drama, any noise? Can you do it? Can you do it?
They waited for his case to be settled and all that good stuff.
I thought it was settled.
That's why they signed him back.
That's
was
why,
waiting
yeah,
for
that's what I'm
him
saying.
to
Like,
be
yeah, that's what I thought. And then the Panthers traded Teddy Bridgewater to the Denver Broncos for their
Teddy B.
21 6th-round pick. So they got 2 gloves out there in Denver.
I forgot.
He tripped me out with all them gloves. Why he got so like? Why you need gloves on both your hands to throw?
Man, it's weird because I used to try to throw a glove on my hand, but I was like, that's just lazy, bro. Just take the glove off.
Did you see the some baseball prospect like this pitcher, this kid who can
Throw with both. Yeah, he
Throw
throw
both
with
hands?
Switch pitching.
Right? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
I
crazy.
was like, that's wild.
That is.
I was telling Sam, like, that could be Malik. She like, yes.
That's wild.
That'd be cold.
High velocity, both like that's. And his glove, I was like, I never saw a glove. You could just be like,
Mhm.
oh, switch
Yeah,
my
Switch
hand.
pitchers, switch hitters. They
Yeah, that's tight.
got him. They got him
That's
like
tight.
that.
That's dope.
But yeah, that's the NFL transactions. Ken.
All right. The Suns Gorilla has signed the first ever team mascot athletic endorsement deal, inking a footwear and apparel deal with Phoenix Streetwear Boutique Guest List that will outfit him with wear sneakers and clothing for the games.
Who gets paid for this? Does he get paid?
Does he get paid?
Does he get paid? Hey, I'm the one that went in there and signed his motherfucking contract. I'm the motherfucker hot as a bitch every night, jumping off of shit. Out here smoozing with the kids and shit, passing out
Smoozing.
popcorn, shooting t-shirts. Do I get some of this shit?
You
Do I
to
get
wear
a
the
cut?
gear,
Man,
take pictures in it. You get to be fly.
do I get to take it home?
Nah.
Am I leasing this shit?
I mean, I don't think you can bid, can you?
Like he got a whole shoe deal and shit out there posing. I'm the one in these pictures.
They said that his fit, like during the first game after this deal, he had like $80,000 worth of drip on.
Really?
The mascot. The
That's
mascot.
wild, dude.
A shoe deal. You know Bango go get one.
Hey, listen, if any mascot was gonna get a deal, it should be Bango. Bango's already one of the swaggiest mascots in the league.
Do I get paid for this? I'll be Bango.
You probably would have been a good Bango when you were younger, to be honest. Like, I can see you being a mascot.
Give me 75% of that 80K that he was wearing, and I'm good.
You know you gonna get fired before you get that.
Like, get his ass up out of here.
All right, they
You
gonna
gonna
have a whole new
accidentally go
Bango.
home with the shit on.
With the
Right,
drip.
he gonna go.
I thought it was mine.
He would
Man, it
have
was
no
just
say
for-
like,
it was for
hey,
promotion.
Hey, you can be on TikTok with the drip on and shit.
Mm-hmm. Had the
TikTok
whole
and shit.
the whole mascot get up on and everything. Like, bro, I was just helping with promotion. That's wild that they got that. That the mascot actually has a shoe deal though. That's funny.
that's wild. All right,
All
Tim.
right, let's see. Where am I going to go? Oh,
We ain't got that much left.
we don't. All right, so we'll go ahead and go with Derby. Hey, all right. Bob Baffert's Medina Spirit upset Essential Quality to win the 2021 Kentucky Derby. All right. So I had 2 questions actually when I had this Derby thing come up. One, would y'all be down to go to the Kentucky Derby?
I'm good.
I would.
Yeah. I think
Like,
I would
if
go
you
to be able to
went-
say that I went, like just a one-off. Like, yeah, I went to Derby before. I've been.
Would you dress up?
I feel like
Would
you
you
I'm
have
gonna
to-
dress like Cam
participate
Newton.
fully?
you can't go and not. Like, you gotta come.
I'm gonna have a
with it.
hat on and everything. I'm gonna have Steve Harvey hat on.
You have a Steve Harvey suit, fam.
For a full Steve Harvey.
I'm the one from the mask, bro, with the big tie and everything.
No, I see.
Need a 10-gallon hat and shit with some spurs on my boots.
I'll be
Not
out
some
here.
spurs on your boots. We ain't
Yeah,
going
you're
to the
wildin'.
same derby.
Bro, let me go to the derby. Man, I'm gonna be out here acting a plum fool, my guy.
Tim thinking he going to the Old Town Road and shit
We're going to players ball. Fuck you talking about.
with Spurs on.
Right, that's a whole. You gonna go to
With
the
the
haters
Spurs on and
playoff.
everything.
You gonna get ribbed in the players ball with
Right.
some Spurs on.
Number 2, if you had a horse, what would you name your horse?
Buck
Maybe
naked.
having names like it was Soup and Salad was chasing motherfucker. It was what is it? Holding on Hope, Delightful Joy, and this one Medina Spirit, and then they beat out Essential Quality. Like, what would your horse name be?
My horse name would probably be like Horse.
Horsey.
You out here Washington, bro? You be in Washington out here?
Horse, fam.
We
when
had
I
a
was
dog named
younger,
Dog.
I had a stuffed animal. It was a little bunny, and I called that. It was Bunny.
Very creative.
He was Dog, DAWG.
My dad had a dog named Dog. He called him DOG, and I was like, it always confused me because I was like, are you saying dog or are you spelling dog? And he was like, you'll never know. So,
The Riddler and shit.
all right.
You never
You
know.
never know.
All right, man. That's how you feel. That's how you
That's
feel.
what.
I don't know. Mine be like sprinkling water or something.
Come on. Of all the shit he can say, he can say.
We're coming around the back and sprinkling water.
Mine butt naked though. That's mine all day.
Yeah,
Butt
of course
naked
it
is-
would.
Butt naked.
I feel like he said
bring it
that
up,
before.
butt naked, bring it up the rear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butt
Butt
naked,
naked,
bring it up the rear.
Let's go.
No, I remember that because that was when he was talking about neck and neck.
Oh,
Because Tim's was like, give it to me or give me some.
Like, butt naked, butt naked.
I didn't remember that. That was funny. Yeah, I do remember that.
Wow, Ken's really been wanting to name his horse Buck Naked for a
Butt
long
naked,
time.
bro, out here.
Wow.
Freaky
Oh,
ass horse.
We out here.
Your horse ain't sprinkling water.
Sprinkling water.
Ain't cooling you down. What's wrong with
Your
you?
horse sound like a
He
deviant.
baptizing you.
Sprinkle
Sprinkle water on you.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And it ain't holy.
I was gonna say the unholiest motherfuckers talk about sprinkling holy water.
All right.
I always
Eric.
said Slick Rick the Ruler, all one word, like the pimp name Slipback.
Slick Rick the
That is
Ruler.
slick back.
It's a pimp named Slickback.
You
Gotta
say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest.
Cat Williams, dog.
Not a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious, bro. I find
Me
it
to
funny
be as
shit.
goofy as I am, I guess not a fan of cat.
My guy has said
Hello.
the same thing
Are you
about.
not?
I mean, cat Williams.
Are you
That's a
not?
deep slapper shit.
No pussy, please.
Hey, by the way, I love it.
No, thank you.
I'm full. I'm sorry.
I think I've had enough.
I don't want seconds.
It's enough pussy for me, please. It's enough pussy.
Hell no. That's what I'll name my cat, though. I'll be reckless with it.
What would you name your cat?
Pussy, what you mean? Hey, bring your pussy ass.
Just too
Hey,
much.
get your pussy ass over there.
Like, why, like, bro, why your cat? Why your cat?
Hey, man, this pussy in here pissing everywhere.
Just wilding. Just wilding.
Bro, nothing just killing with my pussy.
So what I've learned today is that Ken is not allowed to name pets.
No. Nope. Nope.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
They gonna call
But-
Pete on your ass.
Like what that man over there doing to the animals?
No, they don't play.
Ooh.
Hell no. I'm going to get canceled by Peter.
Hell yeah, Peter don't play, bro. Get you up out of here quick.
Why we finna have to redact this whole podcast?
Heard all that shit you was talking about.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. Ooh, what's next, Eric?
I'll run through the NBA injuries. Some of them we already touched on, but LeBron's set to miss the Lakers' next 2 games, like we said, against the Clippers and the Blazers. Dennis Schroeder will miss the next 10 to 14 days. Well, actually, Dennis Schroeder and Miles Bridges are both in the COVID-19 health and safety protocol, so they're both expected to miss 10 to 14 days. Mm-hmm. Kelly Oubre Jr. has a torn ligament in his left wrist and a fracture in his palm, which sounds
yikes
painful. He re-aggravated the injury on April 9th, missed 11 days, returned for 5 games, and attempted to play through the injuries. But they caught up with him. And then Derek White from the Spurs is out for the rest of the season with a sprained ankle.
Sheesh.
I might as well do MLB while we're here. White Sox, Luis Robert is set to miss 3 to 4 months with a hip injury. He's a Golden Glove winner from last year. And then Dustin May of the Dodgers is set to have Tommy John surgery on his elbow and out for the rest of the season. The Dodgers are already without pitchers David Price, and Tony Gonsolin.
Mm-hmm. They just missing a whole starting rotation, bro. Like we were talking about them coming into the season and all of them, but they like, bro, Trevor, you might have to pitch every 4 days, bro. And then with the CC Sabathia, like you're gonna have to pitch every game till they come back. But it sucks. But hey, they only got 1 dub off us. So as of right now, I guess the Padres World Series favorite. World Series, one of the World Series favorite
contender.
Dodgers World Series favorite. We got 6-1 against them. We swept the Padres. They only got 1 off of us because we called some dude up and that motherfucker gave up 9 runs in the first damn minute. Like, what is going on here? I looked up, the score was 16 and 16-4. I was like, what the fuck is this? 2 grand slams in 1 inning? Nah, bro. Go back down. Don't skip AAA. Take your ass back to AA. Like 2 grand slams? 2?
It'd be like that.
Hey, wait.
So no strikeouts.
Talking about bad names, I just saw on TNT. What do y'all think Shaq called his podcast?
His podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Something with the Diesel in it.
Yeah, Diesel something.
No, even worse. The Big Podcast with Shaq.
The Big Podcast with Shaq. Get the fuck.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
It feels on brand.
He can put some more pizzazz on that day.
That's like calling your dog.
Yeah. Maybe that's just me. I'm like, that's a good name. It's a big dude. It's a big podcast. I don't know.
He's been into like going around randomly doing stuff lately too. So maybe he'll have
Shaq always been like that. Like that's Shaq.
Imagine if that was his wrestling name though. Instead of the Big Show, he the Big Podcast.
The big wow.
Hell no.
So we only got 2, 3. Okay, so Tim gonna close us out. So Brooklyn Nets Governor Joe Tsai, he is hoping to lead a $250 million effort to support organizations and causes specific to Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. So he's on the board of the Asian American Foundation, which was founded to solve for the longstanding lack of investment in AAPI communities, particularly as anti-APPI hate and violence persist at alarming rates. So shout out to him for putting some money into some good efforts.
Oh.
Can.
All right. The Indiana Pacers dominated Oklahoma City Thunder on Saturday, setting an NBA record in the process. The Pacers had 152, and Oklahoma had 95.
Goddamn. 57.
The 57-point deficit is the largest in regular season road win in NBA history, according to Perform.
57. They almost dubbed you 3 times in the same game.
Damn. Pat Connaughton almost got Brandon Knight.
Did he miss?
Occupational hazard.
Yeah, he missed the dunk.
Oh, good.
It was DJ too.
Yeah, if you're going to jump, you might have put on a poster.
So I thought you would have flip-flopped, Ken, because since I'll take the last one, I thought you would have wanted to say something about the Atlanta Dream, the WNBA that y'all speak.
That ain't his team.
True. No, but you're a little more WNBA than me. But anyways, Baylor hired Atlanta Dream head coach Nikki Collins to replace Kim Mulkey, who left for an LSU job following the 2020-21 season. Atlanta Dream's Nikki Collins, they start their season soon. So, like, for them, they was like, oh, it's kind of random.
Lost
But you're taking a head coaching gig, and we play in like 2 months. What you doing?
Hey, I just want to say that Kim Mulkey has been giving it up since she's gotten to LSU. Like, she's been going around campus like she is so happy to be at LSU. It's wild.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
No, she's just been on like taking a PJ to campus, going to talk to the football team. Like, she just been like living her best life on the campus.
Big money.
Tim, were you taking the money news, or were you throwing that to Eric?
Hold
to
on, I
close
lost
us
my
out?
page. I think I seen something
All right,
like
number
number one pick.
Wasn't just me.
Because I just seen white space.
The Vaca twins ride again. The number one rising senior, Imani Bates, has decommitted from Michigan State and plans to reassess his collegiate and professional options. So he had committed to Michigan State prior to his junior season. He's been pegged as like the number one pick in the 2023 draft, I think, if my years are correct, since basically he was a freshman in high school. So pretty big deal. I feel like the G League is becoming a more viable option for guys. We talked about the two that committed last week. And I have to imagine that that's one of the professional avenues that he is exploring. So
Yeah, he ain't wrong.
Yeah, see what works best for you, man. And do that.
plus then he can sign like his shoe deal early. So that's even more, like people look at it, oh, it's only whatever, $100,000, whatever the average salary is, but like that it opens them up to endorsements that they still can't get in college.
Yeah. That's the topic discussion for the week. Was there any blow to whistles?
No.
I'll let it ride.
All right. So wait, you mean like, yeah, you gonna blow the whistle or no?
Fuck it, I'll do it.
All right.
My blow the whistle is on the city of Milwaukee.
The way
it's actually all right. It's actually on like the city, like the city's administration. So like there was an area beneath the Marquette interchange, which is like the interchange in downtown Milwaukee for those that aren't familiar with the area. So like homeless people had set up a camp in that area, weren't really bothering anything. Like I don't think that there was like an elevated crime statistics in the area during the time that they were occupying that space. The city of Milwaukee didn't like that, so they cleared it out. They claimed that they were going to do something with the space. I drove past downtown last week and I saw what they were doing with the space, which was just filling it with rocks. So like you really just kick those people out just to get them out, and like you're still going to have that unused space there doing nothing. And I know that they haven't done anything like as far as like increased homeless abatement. So like really you're just kicking these people out of a place where they were kind of self-contained and like were doing what they needed to do to survive, instead of actually giving them resources to house them and provide for them. So again, like you're just dispersing all these people around the city to fight against the element. So I don't know. Like I think that we just need to do better by our homeless population. And that's really just it. Like it's kind of cold-hearted to me.
Yeah, I don't have nothing. Yeah, I can't really argue that point. All right, Tech Top 5. Last week's Tech Top 5 was best rappers turned actors. I won the poll last week. So thank you to everybody who voted. Definitely appreciate y'all for coming through. We got some voter participation this time around. Even before the list officially dropped, someone was like, hey, that list with 3 stacks. I want that one. And I was like, I got you, boss. I got you.
Gang. Shouts to you.
That was a fun one. I had a feeling that one was going to get some good responses just based on how we argued about it. So I was looking forward to that. So this week, as I mentioned, we're doing the holiday episode. So instead of us coming with prepared top 5 lists, we are doing a draft. And this particular draft was inspired by ESPN's The Jump. And as you might be aware, we talked about it last week, but ESPN did like a whole Marvel day, including having the Pelicans Warriors game have like Marvel animations and whatnot. It was similar to the Nickelodeon game the NFL did, if you saw that, like just how they did the broadcast. But
How y'all feel about that? Or did you watch it?
Like I saw it. Like it didn't bother me. I was like, this is for a certain audience. Like it's fine.
Yeah,
like they had Zion's airball have a little streak thing after it, which was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, like it was decent for what it was. I feel like they could have done a little bit more. I'm not sure what. Like I'm not sure if that like their presentation was enough to like draw in the kid audience that they were looking for. But it's a good starting place. I feel like the Nickelodeon thing was a little bit better. But they
I feel like they did, and also I felt like that broadcast felt like it was more aimed to children. I mean, it's Nickelodeon, right. So like the way they did it, I thought was really cool. Like how they were kind of teaching and things of that sort too. But this week we're doing a top 5 Marvel NBA draft. So we are putting together squads of 5 Marvel only cinematic universe characters that'll be on our basketball team. So who you coaching? That's what it come down to. So I guess we got to develop a draft order. Who wants their number first?
I'll go.
All right. You got the number 1 draft pick. Who wants the next? Who wants to know their number next?
I can go.
All right, Ken, you got 3. I'll go. Let's see. I got 4. So Tim, you are 2.
3.
So the draft order is Eric. Oop, I put Aaron. Eric, Tim, myself, and then Ken. Is that right? That's what I said. Right? No, I was 4th. Wait, I was 4th. Yeah, I was 4th. Ken is 3rd. And I am 4th. All right. Eric, number 1 draft pick.
The first pick, I select Thanos. Get my man in the middle.
I want that nigga anyway.
Yeah, he went on my draft board.
I mean, just imagine, setting screens, rebounds, block shots. He bigger than everybody.
I hear you.
I hear you, boss.
Like that's Shaq.
Okay. Well, like this, had a good point. So I'm gonna go with my first pick, Stephen Strange. I think Dr. Strange.
I thought about that. Yeah, he missed a shot. He can just rewind time.
Hey, bro, and we already know the possibilities, though. Just tell me what I got to do. We in there.
Yeah, but if he tells you, then it doesn't come true, remember?
That's true. He gonna hoop, though. He be out there. He'll make it happen.
He got magical hands.
Hello.
Yeah.
Ken, who are you drafting? First draft pick.
I want to go. I don't want to. I'm sorry.
Come on, man. It's your first pick. You said who?
Hulk.
Okay. Hulk.
Yeah, Hulk.
That's what I was hoping to get for my first pick. I was hoping for that to be my man in the middle, but
man, Thanos washed that dude.
That's cool. I mean, this ain't a fight. They playing basketball. You can't foul out.
Some elbows and fists gonna be thrown, bro. Like,
right, he probably will be thrown out.
Hulk got a temper. That's Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah, I guess that's anybody Rasheed. That is Hulk. All right, so dang, I ain't gonna come back around for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and grab Thor. I think Thor can be a good small ball 4.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go with I'm gonna need a guard. I'm gonna need a cold guard. I'm actually go with Hawkeye because he can't miss. So
that was my pick.
So I'm gonna go ahead and grab
That's Hawkeye. Steph Curry, right? That's Steph Curry.
Pretty much. Ken, who you got?
Speaking of like point guards, I'm gonna go Spider-Man.
Damn it!
I was waiting Spider-Man. I was between Spider-Man and Hawkeye, but I was like, Hawkeye got a piece, so I feel like I gotta.
Spider-Man agile, he quick,
Yeah, man, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Damn.
Eric, who you got?
It's Tim.
Oh yeah, my fault. Tim.
He picked it right before me. All right, for my guard, then I'm gonna take Bucky Buckets. I'll take the Winter Soldier.
Bucky Buckets.
Bucky
Taking
Buckets, dog.
The Winter Soldier is Bucky Buckets, fan?
Yep.
I like that nickname. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That's,
go on.
that's kind of slick.
Then I'm gonna go with the Steve Rogers.
I told you these motherfuckers was gonna take Steve.
You did. You did.
I was expecting to pick Cap. I was expecting to pick Cap too.
He came on and said he ain't fuck with him off top.
You right.
No, sorry, I ain't fuck with Black
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that's what he said. Because I said, you know, Eric gonna be the pro black man. He gonna get the black man. And then you came on here, you was like, oh, F with Anthony Mackie. And Tim looked at me like,
I was like, he been caping hard as a bitch for White Cap. I know he gonna take him. I already knew it.
My
Do it, yeah.
third pick. Let me get Ant-Man
Yeah,
Okay.
that's actually
because he can
I'm
grow
with
big
that.
too.
Yeah.
I'm
So
with
like
that.
I got versatility. Like I got
I
like
hear
a
you.
small guard. I got the giant man.
All right, I'll round out my backcourt then, and Black Panther would be my number one, my one.
Yeah, man.
Chala.
T'Challa was on my. I was like, man, I could
Yeah,
kill
I was-
mine.
yeah,
Oh wait, it ain't my turn. Ooh.
Who you say?
Ooh.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing at all, fam.
It's on me, right?
Mhm.
It's up between two people.
I know who my fourth one is,
Yeah, yes, sir.
What?
Iron Man.
Okay.
for sure. Rich ass Tony finna be hooping, bro. Fuck out of here.
He gonna have a suit that can automatically. He don't gotta do nothing. He just in that motherfucker. And
He's just
hoop
funding
for
the
him.
game. He supplying the arena and shit.
Hey, bro. Tony Hawk.
Right. Dude just picked the owner and shit.
Right.
He picked Mark Cuban.
Right, I'm gonna drop Jerry Jones.
All right. So y'all probably gonna laugh, but let me get Vision.
See, that's what I was going. It was between
Because
Vision-
no, after seeing the Hood Vision memes and whatnot, he looked like a hooper. So
he looked like a hooper.
Vision.
the Vision, yeah.
He looked like a hooper.
Let me go ahead and grab the Vision, and then another big. I need a center. I need a man in the paint. We got giant Ant-Man, and we got Tim ain't got no big. We got Hulk. I got Thor.
On the radar.
Let me grab Groot.
Damn it. Damn you.
Let me grab Groot. That can be my center.
Okay.
All right, Ken.
I'm gonna go. What?
You got Hulk, Spider-Man, and Iron Man.
Dude got the original Avengers for real and shit.
He gonna win up the strength of he got the
Name recognition.
the names, yeah.
I actually want Ultron, but that's gonna be stupid.
Ultron was on my short list. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie to you.
he is on my list. But I was
He
like,
was on my
no.
short list.
But I'm gonna go Loki though. I feel like
I feel like Loki can't hoop at all.
I feel like he played the two.
But
I
how he
feel
gonna
like
have all the illusions and shit, bro? You be shooting at the wrong basket like a motherfucker.
he gonna be
Passing it to him and shit.
he gonna be the most annoying flopper. I can already see it. Like Loki feel like the kind of player who would irritate me.
Well, I ain't got no big, so I'm gonna take Ultron. He's my foe.
All right, Eric, your last two.
Let me get Pietro. Roman was it Maximoff?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Quicksilver.
fast
Yep.
shit.
Yep. And then it's my last pick. I kind of need a sniper. Let me get Rocket.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. I like it. I like that. My
Alright,
last
Tim.
pick is going to be another big. Since Ultron can kind of, get his LeBron James on, on that motherfucking code. So, I'm gonna go with Cole Obsidian, the big dude that came with Thanos.
Dude picking C-listers.
He was
and shit.
wrecking. He was wrecking shop though. He was fucking shit up. That big motherfucker was wrecking shit. But I needed another big. Oh no, actually, I take that back. I'm gonna take Drax.
Oh, okay.
He can't. He really can't. He can compete with Groot, but he can't. Cole, the fuck. I got Cole Obsidian. I'm going back to Cole Obsidian, bro.
Fam, who's your final selection?
I just told you, Cole Obsidian, bro. Cole Obsidian.
Ken.
Give me Falcon. Hopefully he can hoop me blood.
So you taking Falcon or you taking Black Cap?
I want Black Cap.
Okay, with the Wakanda wings and shit.
Yeah.
All right. So I got Groot and Thor. That's a strong front court right there. And then I got Vision and Hawkeye. So I feel like I need somebody who can like lock up. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Scarlet Witch.
I was gonna say, I was like, you should get her. That's a good one.
I got Vision and that's a dynamic duo. That's orange juice, baby. That's two orange juice right there, fam. I got let's go. Scarlet Witch.
She gonna spend all her time protecting him. Shit, he can't do shit when she around.
Hey, fam. They can't lose either. I tell you that. She ain't gonna let them lose. She ain't gonna let them lose. But let's read off our teams real quick. If you want to put them in the order of like, you know, point to big, go ahead. So Tim or Eric, actually, you had the first pick. So what's your team?
Let me see. I got Rocket running point, Pietro at the 2, Ant-Man at the 3 for the versatility. Steve Rogers is my small ball 4, and then Thanos is my man in the middle.
He a real small ball 4. Okay.
I mean, he got the super soldier serum. He can bang with anybody.
I feel you.
I got Black Panther at the 1.
Man, didn't he kill Ultron? Or he
didn't.
Contributed to it.
He didn't.
He helped.
Barely.
He was there.
Black Panther at the 1. Winter Soldier at 2. I
like
Doctor
that
Strange
backcourt.
at the 3.
I'm not going. I like that.
Ultron at the 4, and I got Cold City at the 5.
I'm not crazy about your front court, but I love
Ultron Cold. Y'all gotta go back and watch that.
I just recently rewatched it. I'm back on. I'm on.
Ultron bigger than Obsidian.
Ultron big as shit. That's why I'm like, Ultron one of my Obsidian is wider. He got more, mass and shit.
All right, Ken, what's your team?
Okay. So at point guard, I got Spider-Man. At the 2, I got Loki. At the 3, I have the Black Cat. 4, I got Iron Man. At 5, I got Hulk.
Bro, you want small ball like a motherfucker outside of Hulk?
Hey, Iron Man got the suit, so I thought he could bang with a 4.
Yeah, he had a metal suit. So.
Yeah, that's what he could bang with a 4, so he cool.
All right, so for me at point, I got Hawkeye. I got my Steph. And then my my shooting guard, I got Scarlet Witch. Then my 3, I got Vision. With
the chain.
Then at my 4 spot, I got Thor. And then my 5 is Groot.
Yeah, Groot too slow though.
He ain't got to do anything. Hey, he broke Lopez, man.
Right.
He got one job.
See, I was gonna say Sean Bradley. Or the big dude from the Monstars.
He got exactly, which was Sean Bradley. He got one job. He got one job. That's play defense.
It's dark over there too.
Right, Tim in all the darkness. You ain't gonna turn the light on, fam. You just gonna be in the dark.
Hey, like he making a home flick and shit.
We can't even see his eyes. Okay. Anyway, that's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoy. Oh, he put
the red background on. Nobody trying to see that.
Ooh,
hey, still got some lingerie underneath.
I thought he was taking his shirt off. Let's get out of here. That's the show for this week. We hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars or better. Do all that good stuff to support the pod. Reminder, put your orders in for your anniversary tea if you want that. Because after May 20th, you have no more opportunities to cop.
Locked in the vault.
It's locked in the vault, so make sure you get yours. And we hope y'all enjoy it. Stay safe. Take care of each other and be nice to other people. If you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On the Twitter and Instagram at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE, because
Your mama's fancy, bro.
Thank you.
Who you say that to?
Oh, I swear to God, I said
You talking to Casper?
it.
Say that shit to nobody on him.
Your mom
What?
said her
He
mom's
tried to
fancy.
finish it.
At Bucks Burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Goddamn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
Boy. TIMKINZ, the number tree, aka Ass Catch him, aka Mr. Give It To Me. We'll see y'all next. Well, holla.
Bye, y'all.